I think one of the biggest struggles that we weren't really prepared for, I don't know how we could have, was the mental aspect. I noticed around day 5 and 6, both Jake and I were starting to lose it, um, which was notable in some of the interviews we had. I know we went to the Hope Lodge and neither of us could spit out a sentence. It was pretty bad. I think physically we were really well prepared. And then, yeah, so I think that was the biggest surprise to both of us.
It meant the world to us, just seeing all our teammates, coaching staff, and all of our peers reach out to us and let us know, good luck, keep going. If you ever need anything, I'm here. Just hearing that and feeling that really did carry us throughout the whole trip. And I wouldn't have had it any other way. It's been unbelievable from top to bottom. And I'm so happy that we could make UMass Boston proud.
I think the support really motivated us, that extra mile, wouldn't let us quit. I know once we left, I think we got to the first stop in Auburn, Mass, and we were both kind of talking about how the first 50 went and what we're kind of up against. And it really felt like all the weight was on our shoulders. Quitting wasn't an option because everyone was behind us.
Yeah, it was tough. It was the hardest 10 days of both of our lives, but we can pull that out and say, hey, I have this new mental strength about me, and I know that I can't quit, and I know that I didn't quit when it was day 5. So, what's going back and down one more time when you're doing suicides on the ice or even digging deep in the third period, just that drive that I think the trip both elevated us and it elevated our perseverance. So I think it's going to be really helpful going on in the future. That moment felt so unbelievable, specifically because we kind of decided to do it in April, and at first it was kind of a joke and it kind of evolved into something serious, and we knew we had a lot to work for. So all the training and all the stressful planning that went into it was so mentally taxing on us that just making it there alone at the end, all physical aspects aside, it really made every step of the way worth it. It's everything we worked for all summer and through the quarantine, and to see it finally come out and us doing that, it's just, I can't even put it into words, honestly.
I want to say it was day 8. I don't really know where we were at, but we stopped 25 miles in, and there was this huge lake. We were kind of up on the hills. I think we had a picture of it in the background. Boats were just kind of ripping around, and I think that was the best view we had the whole trip. And like he said, it really sunk in that we did get to see a lot of parts of the country, which was pretty sweet.
Yeah, I'd say they're all absolutely selfless individuals. They did everything they could only for us. Whether that meant they missed out on a nap to use the Theragun on us, or one time they quite literally revived me when I passed out on the side of the road, and just them putting us above themselves really made it that much more worth it for us to put the American Cancer Society above us. We're still in recovery mode for sure. It took a while to get our sleep schedule back on track because we would only sleep 4 to 6 hours at a time during the journey, but we're slowly getting that back. Rest has been a lot easier. It was honestly hard to even sleep through the night because we were in so much pain, and a lot of ice, a lot of massage gun, just doing everything we can. We both lost a significant amount of weight, and we've just been trying to lay around, take it easy, and eat as much food as we can to get that back.
We've both been kind of limping around the last week, but finally today, I think it was the day before yesterday, I finally noticed that I didn't have to limp to avoid pain, and I could go upstairs 1 foot at a time like the rest of the world. And then yesterday I was feeling pretty ballsy, and I thought I'd do a squat, just a body weight squat, and that was not it. I noticed my right hip just kind of tweaked a little bit, but we'll be back in the gym. Hopefully get back on the ice next week, if not later this week. Sports center, my heart was throbbing. I could barely see straight. I knew it was live because as I was talking like we are now, my dad was watching in the living room, and I could just hear the echo come back to me. So that might have made it worse. But after that, we haven't had any live interviews, so it's been nice. Being reached out to by everyone's been pretty amazing. I know we're both kind of overwhelmed. We have 3 or 4 interviews a day. But on the bright side, it's a good thing to spread awareness.
Our most amazing support group has come from Jack Rodell. He was our latest Men in Blades inductee. His mom reached out to me over Instagram, and he is 6 years old. He's been battling leukemia since he was 4, and he heard about our story, and they reached out to us and absolutely loved what we were doing. And it's so touching to get messages from them. And we did a post about him too. And we're actually going to both go to Denver in the next few weeks, and hopefully we'll get the chance to meet him. And it just brings a smile to my face, and it's just such an amazing feeling knowing we're doing it for him as well, and that he gets to be a part of it.
I think Jack really pushed us that extra mile. Every day we'd normally wake up to an Instagram DM of him, whether it was playing mini sticks or just out in the yard, having a good time, still battling through. It was emotional, but it was also what kept us going. We have a meeting tomorrow with ACS, and our goal is to host fundraisers in the future. Hopefully next year will be the second annual Men in Blades fundraiser, and potentially have one in Boston as well as Michigan where people can come out. We haven't set a mileage, but we were thinking 50 to 100 miles, and everyone can rollerblade, drive, bike, whatever it is, just to continue the awareness and not let the brand of Men in Blades die out.
In regard to this fundraiser, we hit 28,000 this morning, and we're planning on keeping it open till the end of August, but if we see that it's still going up every day, we might as well just keep it open, either until we reach 100,000 or until the donations stop coming in. But it's really in our hands right now. It's our decision to make, and I think that we can really get close, if not exceed $100,000.